Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it seems that San Francisco is collapsing a lot faster than I thought. Now that they're losing malls. Yes, you heard that correctly. They're actually losing malls. And normally what that is that, well, a store keeps collapsing, falling, going out of business, etc., etc. Eventually, the mall is just completely forecloses or shuts down, etc. I'm pretty sure you guys know how malls kind of work, so me explaining to you is kind of pointless. But yeah, San Francisco's not doing too hot. And it says here that San Francisco's dying downtown is dealt another blow as Westfield stops making mortgage payments on $550 loan for massive mall, blaming crime for falling sales and Nordstrom closure. The firm has defaulted on the $558 million loan and is handing it back to the lender, which will appoint a receiver. The mall will remain open for now. The decision was sparked by the decision from Nordstrom, the mall's anchor tenant, to close in August. Last month, Westfield blamed unsafe conditions and lack of enforcement against rampant criminal activity, in large part of Nordstrom's departure. Westfield said the unprecedented poor performance in San Francisco was a sharp contrast to the rest of its properties. San Francisco Center generated $555 million in sales in 2019, before the pandemic. Last year, sales were down about a third to $298 million. Nordstrom occupied 312,000 square feet in the mall when it closes. Westfield San Francisco will only be 55% leased. Other Westfields are on average 93% leased. The mall is a smart and an upmarket building whose other retailers include Bloomingdale's, Aesop, Lux, and Sephora. Westfield struggles will pile fresh pressure on city leaders after multiple retailers and hotels shuttered in downtown San Francisco as it continues to battle soaring crime, open drug use, and homelessness. The famously progressive city has been condemned for its harm reduction policies, which critics say have effectively legalized drug taking. Meanwhile, its police department remains short-staffed after woke lawmakers call for defunding in the wake of George Floyd's murder. For more than 20 years, Westfield has proudly and unsuccessfully operated San Francisco Center, investing significantly over at that time in the vitality of the property, the company said. Given the challenging operating conditions in downtown San Francisco, which have led to declines in sales, occupancy, and foot traffic, we have made the difficult decision to begin the process to transfer management of the shopping center to our lender to allow them to appoint a receiver to operate the property going forward. Westfield San Francisco Mall includes 1.2 million square feet of retail space and 300,000 square feet of offices. It is in the troubled Union Square area, the center of downtown, where homelessness and crime are rife. Whole Foods, Old Navy, Gap, and Office Depot are just some of the stores in the district to announce in recent months that they are closing. Out of 203 retailers opened in 2019 in the city's Union Square area, just 107 are still operating, a drop of 47% in just a few pandemic-ravaged years. The city is in something of a vicious cycle. Office workers are now working from home, leaving the downtown area significantly quieter and making the empty streets more dangerous. The rise in crime will then deter people from entering downtown. And as the downtown empties, the city loses essential tax revenues and the area becomes less appealing. The revenue loss to the city caused by decreased property taxes could reach $196 million per year by 2028, according to modeling published in November by the San Francisco Comptroller's Office. The best case scenario from the modeling expects the cost will be near to $100 million per year. The building, which houses the San Francisco Chronicle a block from Westfield Mall, faces a 60% vacancy rate by the fall as Tennis, Yahoo, and Autodesk leases expire. Next door, the 415 Tonopah Office Tower is 97% vacant. San Francisco foot traffic totaled 5.6 million visits between January and December 2022, a 42% drop. In 2018, the figure was 9.7 million visits. The city has been affected by a statewide shoplifting law that downgraded stealing goods worth less than $950 from a felony to a far less serious misdemeanor crime. A disturbing recent report showed 95 retailers in downtown San Francisco have closed since the start of the COVID pandemic, a decline of more than 50%. In April, Whole Foods said it would shut its flagship store in downtown San Francisco for the time being to ensure staff safety. If we feel we can ensure the safety of our team members in the store, we will evaluate a reopening of our Trinity location, a spokesperson said. Similarly, a Target store in the city has been forced to lock up more of its products to stave off thieves. An employee at the location recently said it was being robbed as often as every 10 minutes. Many major tech companies based in San Francisco, including Meta, Google, Salesforce, and Twitter, have also axed tens of thousands of jobs in recent months as the industry suffered a post-COVID downturn. In April, Salesforce said it will leave its eponymous 30-story Salesforce East building in downtown, where around 1,000 staff had worked before the pandemic. City officials launched a $6 million ad campaign in May to lure back tourists. Visitor numbers have improved since COVID. In 2022 were around 16% lower than the record-breaking 26.2 million in 2019. The national campaign included a commercial featuring an array of local talent, including Lady Camden and a drag queen who became popular in RuPaul's Drag Race, a local Maurice Sari Norris. So, yeah, it seems like San Francisco is doing horrible and they're losing stores. Now, this is a huge problem, I think, for San Francisco and Pacific because I don't think that there's a lot of stuff. I guess you could assume like stores or restaurants, what have you, in San Francisco. So a mall houses a lot of things, and if you're losing a mall, that means you're losing a lot of stores that you just technically go to. So yeah, it hasn't closed yet, but this is a pretty big hit for San Francisco, and it may actually close. So there's more to meet the eye. Then we also have this: hotel owners start to write off San Francisco as business nosedives. So even still, even with this, the hotels are shutting off. So there's going to be less hotels to house people to visit or stay, and it's just going to be a major problem. San Francisco is just collapsing faster and faster, and as this keeps on going on, the San Francisco people are going to be suffering even more. But again, I can't what's the word? I don't feel pity for them because they caused this. They voted for this, and they're the direct cause of all the things that are happening currently right now in San Francisco. So, be as it may, they have a lot of work to do. They better start voting differently and start fixing up crime and all the other problems because their progressiveness is what's destroying their city. But that's up to them. Be as it may, it's not looking good, and a lot of these urban states are going to further decay and going to a third world state or third world country. The choice is up to them. Alright guys, that's the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.